Good morning, everyone. You have your hot beverage. I may or may not have two, because that's the kind of weekend I'm having. Ah, do a little stretch. Ah, good morning. Oh, I kind of just want to get into gaming. I might just start, 'cause I really want to work on the projects that I'm working on right now. I might just start. Let's just start. We're getting right into it. This is happening. Also, sorry for the sniffles. I think I'm getting a cold. So yeah, got this fixed. Very, very happy. Um, so a couple things were happening. One, the system was the torches up top. Let's go look at that first. Yay, my Panera order is on its way. But these torches that are here were on the wrong side of the block. This what you call it? Comparator wasn't supposed to turn it off. The redstone dust behind it was. So when I put those over, it started working properly. But the other thing was this system, this button lasts the right amount of time. Is this my Panera? If it is, I might have to pause. It is. I'll be right back. We got Panera. Ow, that hurt. I'm about to have so much coffee on my desk. Get excited. I'm eating on stream. Gonna be an ASMR stream for like 15, 20 minutes. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, this button was always long enough because you see how it lights up there and cancels out this. What was happening is I was just going off of this, which is technically, I think, 2 ticks, which means it would go into this block just fine and through that just fine because it's 1 tick. And this is 1 tick, so it would stay 1 tick. And then this would be just fine. But as soon as it got here, this requires 3 ticks before it goes through, which means if it's 1 tick through the back, it never cancels out, and it just turns into a 2-tick pulse again. Always, no matter how far down this line it kind of came into, it would only ever be 2 ticks. So, in realizing this, I looked up some systems to see if I could find any one wide, like 6 tick length systems. And I found one that's actually variable and something I probably will end up using in other spots in the hotel. But this system, let's go down here so we can see it. So this system detects the 1 tick or the 2 tick here that triggers this and dispenses an observer over here, which causes this to do 1 tick delay and pushes over here. Then the items in these hoppers transfer over to this, which lights up this comparator for the entire duration that this is on top of it. And that is just long enough to get out I believe, a 7-tick pulse. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only ever go up to 6. So having a 7-tick means that I am overshooting the tick length. So it allows me to have all of these function the way it's supposed to. And then once the items all drain into here, this comparator changes changes state because it doesn't have anything in that hopper. This observer triggers the piston again to pulse the observer over to grab the red block back, and the system resets. So it's pretty intuitive, and it means that I can make the pulse last as long as I need to. So later on, if I have anything shorting, if I have anything like this, I believe we're good to go. So I also realized a game mechanic thing. That I am 100% going to implement now. Is that the way this system functions, I have a dropper that dispenses the little iron nugget friends when this pulse is detected. Or sorry, I'm in the wrong area. I needed to be down here. So say somebody unloads their token pouch or whatever I'm going to call it, and it'll get into this hopper at some point and into this dropper. Well, a dropper only has 9 slots. I do not plan on using iron nuggets for this. I believe I'm going to use something like snowballs or something that only stacks to 16. Because I'd like to limit the amount of items that they can actually put in here. I'm trying to use the game mechanics that already exist in their stacking ability. So that's the hope. I'm also shocked that you can't hear any of my chewing on stream, because it's all I hear right now. Also, where'd the music go? There we go. Man, I'm popular this morning. Please hold. Also, they gave me the butt end of the bread for my breakfast sandwich. I'm a little upset. Because breakfast sandwich, butt of bread. They tried, I guess. But yes, for now, these are iron nuggets just because it's easy for me to think in that way. But it dispenses that way. And I think those are going to be the 9 tokens, or whatever I'm going to call them. That's as many as you can get, any categories. So, like, some of them will just, like, extra treasure drop. Another one will be, hazard slows down, or any of, like, the things that you would get that would be a, something that you could, like, buy. But then I'm going to have a separate dropper. I believe, I'll see if I can do this. I did it! Separate dropper that is going to only dispense 3, like, system tokens. So, like, I mean, a part of me thinks that every time they go up a floor, it drops something that kind of speeds up the game. I think that could be cool. Honestly, what I could do is like a hazard token that speeds up hazard a little bit. I could do a side quest token that dispenses a side quest onto the floor you just got on. Huh. I have ideas, is what I'm trying to say. Wow, I got my mic settings, like, perfect. Like, you're not hearing any of this. I have so much coffee. Okay, so something I realized only in retrospect is that because of this card system here, it's going to be really, really hard to put any of the other redstone that might go here with this floor. And a part of me thinks that I should drop it down a few blocks. Just the whole thing, drop it down. But then the other part of me thinks that it makes more sense, pardon me, is to just make sure that this section of the floor for the actual like playable space, which is this right here, is just higher. Like it's lifted up for one reason or another, based on gameplay. Because not everything, like every piece of the floor down here, is going to have, pardon me, is going to have redstone underneath it. Some of it is just purely going to be stuff to get around and stuff to kind of see and explore. I also debated a little bit in making this floor almost like a tutorial level where the dangers are not nearly as high and you can basically go around and there's different areas to kind of put your stuff, to set your spawn. Like you check into your hotel room basically, and that's what this floor is. And that there's no real like danger perchance per se, but there would be like a front desk that lives right here that after you drop off all of your things in your room, that like there would just be hotel rooms in this thing that you could then, sorry, I have to God bless the foot pedal mute. That was so convenient. So if I did that, there wouldn't really be a hotel floor because the hotel floor would be the start of the game. But I don't know. But I will say the hotel floor is probably the one where I have the least amount of ideas on how to make it a playable thing. But I will have hookup for all of that stuff to happen on the first floor. So, we'll see. Good morning, Bard. But again, I'm wondering if instead of it being this floor is maybe a little bit smaller and that you have like a front desk as you walk in and then you have your like hotel rooms on either side as like players so that way they have a place to put their stuff. And then let's actually something like that you walk up to. That's way too high. You walk up to and you get checked in, whatever you want to call it, to go up to the other floors. And then say this drops down or whatever so that way you can come in. And then once you get here is where you're playing. So like the whole front half of this is actual like check-in. It's the best way to describe it. And then this is the actual gameplay as it starts. And it's a little bit smaller of a floor, so you can kind of get used to it. And then the higher floors are a little bit more complicated and a little bit more exciting. So I can get like floor 1 done. And then to get out, you have to do something to kind of get you out. But I also wondered the idea, if I get rid of this, about doing valet, where you do all the stuff outside, and then you come in through the front and the level starts. But I want to lean into the hotel attitude. So the other thought that I had is that you come in here and there's a front desk here instead. And you get your room number. And then the rooms are all here in this area. But then at one end of this hallway is the entrance to the game. So that way there's different rooms for each person, a hallway down the middle. Because since this is a chunk wide, I could build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, I can technically make it like this wide. Something like that. Because then you'd have your own private room that you could store your stuff and do like have your own little bed. So it's like you have your own little hotel room. And then when you're ready to play, you go out into the hallway and then you head down one way or the other to actually like play the game. I kind of like that idea. Because I thought about doing it right here. Like this is the entrance. The only issue I have is then you're right next to the elevator. And it means that it means that the trek to get to the next floor is obvious. You know where to go to get up. But I kind of like the idea of going in, like say over here, and this is the entrance, like the end of the hallway, and you come in, and then you have to go find your way to the elevator. Because there's various floors and weirdness as you go around. But again, here's another big thing that I'm realizing. I have trying to remember I don't remember the keystroke. HC. HC. Okay. Not HC. I lied. Structures. Oh, because I turned it off. Okay, so this right here is the barrier for the sound effects that are up in the roof. So if you're within this bubble, you hear all of the sound effects of the dungeon. And I don't know if I care. But like there's a certain vicinity where all of the sound effects will be heard by everyone. And I don't know if I like that or not. Because like if I like this sound effect right here is when hazard is triggered. If I go into here and configure set here, and I go into F4, so that sound is hearable in that expanse of the hotel. And I specifically put them so that way you see how it's just about hitting the corner of the hotel. And then this one, technically it is, now that I see it, is it completely blocked? I just want to make sure that where I put all these sound effects, you can hear them on every floor. Okay. So it comes in a block, so you won't be able to hear it if you're standing right in that corner, which I'll just make sure nobody can. But again, the reason I put the sound effects up there in the first place is I wanted it to be that you could only hear it when you're in the hotel. But it would seem that, again, the bubble expands outside the hotel already, and I was kind of planning on putting valet there anyway. So if that's the case, maybe I make the bubble a little smaller, but I want it to hit the whole floor. No, I have to, I think I have to kind of accept defeat here. And that you'll just be able to hear the sound effects. So, so yeah, I think everybody's just gonna hear the sound effects, and we'll just have the hotel be here. But I do like the attitude of like a front desk where you check in right here. You head into your various hotel rooms. I think I'll be able to do. Well, let's look at this. There's really only a handful of ways to split up a chunk. So a chunk is 16 wide, which means I could do 4 rooms at 4 blocks, which I don't think is going to work. Let's just do, so if that's there. Wondering if I can do one of these numbers. There's a room entrance there. And then it's got some small, like the accommodations are simple, basically. I guess I am worried though that this is just going to get really congested. So let's just build some square rooms and see what we get from here. Dang it. Is this far enough into the space? Oh, nope, it's not. So it needs to be here. So I think entrance to the room is here, and we'll make it the opposite corner for the other one. Let's actually turn on chunk borders, so that way this is a little bit easier for me to find the middle of the chunks. So the middle of the chunk is this one. So I could have that sort of attitude. Actually, it should probably be just so that way everybody's room is the same size. And the walls aren't too thin, if you know what I mean. Or I can do trapdoor walls, because that could look good. But it means that everybody can flip trapdoors and look in each other's rooms, and it doesn't really matter in my opinion. Why'd I just do that? Okay, so if I do then I can go on the other side, and then the rooms are a little bit wider. But again, at what cost? Because they can't put anything over here. But then their rooms are a little bit bigger. It could work. Anyway, okay, so that's the center. Do we think... Because if I'm just going to do double wide walls here for demonstration purposes. That if the rooms are kind of like this, with the doors opposite each other, and then they can have their own little like room number display and stuff like that. I think we'll have the doors be inset, so that way we can label their room on the side. But do we think 1, 2, 3, is this going to be 8 rooms? Do we think 8 rooms is enough? I don't know how many people are actually going to play this, so because I think making the rooms any smaller is going to be obnoxious. And 16 isn't evenly divisible by 3. Well, what if I... Okay, so 16 times 2 is 32. And 32 divided by... What can be 32 divided by? 8? 6, right? No, not 6. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be completely even. So let's do this. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that this is the room instead. No purple bed. Could be. And then I could build a... Actually, if this is a hotel, it probably should be here. And then I can make like a fake window. That could be fun. Or I could have window rooms. I don't know. Anyway, the bed is there. Could build a closet. I mean, it could even technically build that into the wall of the adjoining room. Technically. We'll start here, though. Yeah, because in a perfect world... I think we'll just do that. So that's your closet. That's kind of cute. 2 barrels is enough for all of your stuff. That's enough to set your spawn. I should probably do like a... Because I think I'm going to use shulkers for the box that you use for the game. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I wish I could put these barrels kind of inset into the room. Like inset into the wall, because right now if we just do the same thing over and over, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this will be the other room. Something like that. And then... But I kind of like the idea of them being mirrors instead. So if the door was there, bed there. Oh, wait. Maybe I can. Because if that's the closet... Right? That could work. I also am trying to figure out a way that somebody can win, and I want them to be able to submit stuff. So I'm trying to figure out if they can, like, submit winnings at the front desk, or I don't know. Like, I still have to figure some of that, like, lore out, if you will. But I do think... I just need to... I need 1, 2, 3, 4 is the width of the room, and then closet. And then I think we'll do double thick walls. And the closets will pair with each other. Also, I upped my FPS on my game, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is currently running at 120 FPS, and it is so much crisper than it usually is. So I'm having a time trying to... So I think it makes sense for me to do one of these where I can put a armor stand. So they can put their armor there and their stuff in the closet. Or maybe something like that. No. Something like that could be cute. Utilize that space more and better as best as I can. What else needs to be in the room? I also just realized that this, yeah. So your room is just right here. You got a place to put your armor, place to put your gear. Now that I think about it, I think it makes more sense to just have the wall. I could put a painting on it or like a little Let's do birch stairs because I'm funny. Who's messaging me? Okay. Um, this is cute, right? I think I want to use a trap door for the entrance. And obviously, this will change based on what I actually end up using. But I kind of like the idea of like almost like a privacy screen from the door, that attitude. Then you have your closet. But then you can't actually open it. So there we go. Oh, so yeah, that makes sense. So the closet will have the shulker that is your card deck, and then a place to put all your gear. Oh, wait. That doesn't work in this configuration. I wanted it to be the opposite, but I'm realizing just how well, I don't have much room to actually do this. Because I'm starting to, so if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a room. I can't do conjoined closets, but I guess I could do offset closets. So there's a closet here for this room, or even here. If I do one of these, they have their closet there. And then the table can be opposite for them. Actually, let's do the classic idea that they do in, yeah. I love this. Let's do this on the other side too. So it just depends on which direction room you have. Then you have your That could be fun. I like that. Okay. Now that I've built these the way that I have, I believe I can do yeah, that works. Okay, so let's get the axe and go here and then all the way here. And then I believe I can do one of these. I can do copy. And so I believe the bed walls can share a wall. So let's undo that and do yeah, because that could be fun. And then it would allow for so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll allow for one more room on either side. So that is 10 total rooms. Boop. It'd help if I knew how to spell. So 10 total rooms. And I guess maybe a service hallway? I don't know. I will have to do this, though. Regardless if there's another room over here. That's 10 rooms total that can be over here. I don't hate that. I am tempted to push this back a little bit. Let's see how hard that's going to be. So 3 blocks. Oh, that was easy. Excellent. Okay, so and then I want to do the same thing. I'm gonna grab the whole thing just because I don't want to screw it up. And if I do I think if I stand right here. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do this right. Copy, flip, west. And then we'll go over to here. Paste. Did I do it right? I did! Excellent. Okay, some of the doors are not happy. Oh, I gotta fix all of those. Yeah, that is an inherent issue with flipping like that, I see. Okay. Yeah, 10 hotel rooms. Room 1. Room 2. It should go before the room. Room 1. Hey, Jimmy! How are you? Oh, this is room 5. No, this is Patrick. So, 3, room 4, room 5, room 6. Still hurting? I'm sorry. You at least got some time to rest. Rest and recoup. Stay off it for 10 days. Oh my God. So what do you... What's that mean for today? I know that was a really selfish question. I apologize, but have you made plans with everybody else on the crew? There's no fracture. Okay. Understood. Okay. FYI, friends, there will be an ad coming in approximately 5 minutes. I have too much coffee. I want to drink my Panera coffee before it gets cold. Because I can always microwave the other stuff. You know what? It's because he's a good person, a good designer. Yeah, I think, let's turn off the grid. I think this is a pretty solid, I think I want to make this 1 block taller room, but I don't know if I'm gonna like that or not. Yeah, I am gonna like it. Never mind. Go here. Boop. And then boop, boop, boop. And set spruce planks. If I can get a wheelchair to borrow, I might come see the show later. Not sure yet. Understood. Okay. Yeah, this is the vibe I'm looking for. Oh, yeah. Such a cute little room. Could put some art. I think I just need to do generic painting. See what shows up. I think if I do this, it skinnies up. It does. Okay. 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 Oh yeah. This right here is what I was looking for. You can come into your room, do all kinds of shenanigans, set your spawn, but then you spawn in your specific bed, which I think is cool. Okay, my Discord is popping off. What's happening? Oh! I will... No, it's totally fine. I'm not upset in any capacity, and I will definitely be addressing that in the near future. That is awesome. All I gotta say, everyone, is just get excited. Things are happening, and you should all be thrilled about it. We'll go with a lantern. Ayo! That's a really good point. I kind of like this. There's part of me that thinks that there should be an entrance lantern and then a lantern over the space. A fake window. Let's put gamma back on. Ad break. I'm not doing anything exciting, so I will pause my conversation until our friends return. That's right. The rooms that share a headboard wall don't need to be twice as thick. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you all had a fun little ad break. And by that, I mean you just sat there and waited. I am happy they tell us that that's coming now. So I just have to go into this room now, right? Yeah, because that one's done. Awesome. Yeah, do we think 10 rooms is enough? I think it is. Let's go into cheaty cam real quick. But yeah, I think 10 rooms is going to be just fine. I think this allows everybody to have their own little space, a check-in desk to get your room key, and then maybe the entrance is here. That could work. And yes, you'll hear all the sound effects, but I think regardless of what I do, you're going to have to. Yeah, I think I'm kind of... Yeah, because they can drop their thing, their bundle, and then the doors open, and then they're on the floor. And they have to... my guess, my hope, is that it's not big open floor, and that there's actually like a kind of a trail that they have to follow to get where they need to. And then like it wraps around this way. So like they have to take a trek. It's not just a big open floor. And they have to find things and get to the next steps. And I think that's a lot of fun. Or at least I hope it will be. I'm also tempted to move this whole thing up. And that like when you come in for your floor, you go up some stairs. Because then I can use underneath this for some of the level. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to ponder. I'm going to have to think on this because I really like the idea of this whole thing. And the fact that this ends in an actual window is just kind of like incredible to me. Also, I'm really debating if I want to move this whole thing up a block. Let's see what it looks like. That looks kind of cool. I mean, it makes the doors look a lot smaller, though. Maybe I can do some cool lighting effects on the ceiling. I just like that it ends in a window like this. Total accident, by the way, that ended in a window. Okay. So, I kind of love the idea as they go up different floors of them having to go a certain path or certain variations of a path because I want there to be hazard doors that eventually close off their path and they can only take one. Or if it doesn't take one, they at least are limited in general in the way that they have to travel. Just so that way, pardon me, they inherently have to make some choices about the tokens they use and other things. Because if I move this, let's do if I move this up, what is it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Oh, the beds are going to be destroyed. I got to bring up the floor with it. So it needs to be 6. Hey, it stole the floor. Oh, the painting broke. No. Let's do that. And that. Copy. Paste. Okay, fill the floor back in. And then, we're going to replace this with set. What's a good block for floor? I'll just do there we go. And then we'll do stairs. This is really high. But I like the attitude of being able to use underneath this still. That's my biggest thing right now. Is that maybe instead of it being I don't know. I'm on the fence about this, but I do like this. One above the door, one in the corner where the trapdoors go. Fix that. 8. Oh, did I only put the... That might be it. I think I only put the trapdoors in the, Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. I didn't put them in both rooms before I copied and pasted them. So now they don't have... Oop. They don't have them. That's the correct orientation, right? Yes. Okay. So it'd be something like that. I got lights in this room. We have trapdoors, but no lights in this room. Corner and corner. No trapdoors. Or lanterns. Then this room should have both. Yes, okay. We'll go into actual. Let's look at levels. Okay, the hallway is safe. The rooms are safe. And I can put a sign in there that kind of explains what this is. Is 10 going to be enough? Do we think more than 10 CanFam SMP people are going to play this? I don't know. I mean, I guess I could do 2 floors. Like, I could do, if I do, copy. I could do 2 floors. Aha! I think that might be what I do, and then I can get 20 out of it. And then I know there's enough rooms no matter what. It's just a matter of doing staircase. Which I think, stairs, just do a cha-cha. That I can do the classic, I think this will work. Gonna be too thin. We gotta do double wide. And then that means double wide here. Something like this, right? I don't know if this is gonna look good. Well, that's not good. That's not what I want. I want this to be over 1. Dang it. Okay, so if I do, boop. Yeah, that's better. So now I can actually put this in between. Make this an actual wall. Something like that. And then that way you have this, and then you wrap around. And then I'll probably build an identical thing on this side to get you up there. Right? So if I I need here. Up to here. And I need to copy, flip, west, paste. Yeah, that'll do. That makes me happy. I am not using the right wood and everything for this, but then that way there's another floor. I have 20 total rooms. Oh, that's going to be nice. I'm excited. Okay. So they'll check in and then they'll pick their room. And then the other direction is where the game starts. That's what'll happen. I also like the idea better of them, instead of there being a check-in desk there. I think it makes more sense for it to be something like that. Got some information about how the game works. You head to your room, or if you already are good to go, you can head into the game. There we go. Perfect. I'm very happy with that. And I believe this should be incredibly obvious where this is now, which means no game over there. And then entrance on the other side. Yeah, so this will be the entrance because it's on the same side as the card shuffler thing. So that'll be fun. And I think what I'll have people do is I'll make a lost and found. Or something of that nature. So the token pouch or whatever I'm going to call it. Pardon me. So that way it allows for it to come back to you. So it gets loaded back up and then sent all the way back up here, so that way you can take it and you can put it back in your room or whatever. Yeah, I really like that idea. Honestly, seeing how much more room we have, I'm super curious if I could make these a little bit taller or if I want to put some kind of redstone in between. I'm just not sure. I don't know what I could do in between. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess there's always the option of putting like silverfish. So it sounds like rats. That could be fun. I don't know. I also am not mad that there's a full block in between here. Like, ultimately, that is not a bad thing. So if I do... want to make the stairs thicker? No, we don't. Do I still have it in my recents? Set smooth planks. Awesome. Something like this, right? I do think these walls are necessary. I don't know what to put here, but I think we should put something there for sure. What can I put here? I mean, I guess I could do like fake, what you call it? Like ice machines and stuff. I think that's fun. And also this can be wider. So it condenses down to the hallway for the rooms. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, now I need to do that. I do the same thing over here. So boop and boop. Caffeinate, thank you. I think I'll finish my Panera coffee with this. Nope, it was 2, but I'm doing it anyway. Thank you for that, Jamie. I don't like that you hit your head here, so I'm getting rid of that. Chug, chug, chug. Respectfully. Chug, chug, chug. Is it worth doing something like this? Okay, so over the first, so here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then okay. Yeah, that is what it should be. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that. There we go. That finishes it off. That looks good. So we have, this will be room 11. Pardon me. I kind of like the idea of room 13 being unavailable. Like reserved or something like that. So people can't have room 13. I think it would just be fun. Or that there isn't a room 13. That could also be fun. I'm curious, like on the lore side of things, like why this. I'm still developing very much so. Why this hotel exists, who is the creator of this hotel, and all that sort of stuff. Because I think that stuff is a lot of fun. I know room 4 is crooked because I copied and pasted it from this one. So boom. So all 20 rooms are good to go. And then obviously I'll make a little bit more decoration here. I might even do a what you call it? Leave it a little bit open so people can kind of see as they walk up the stairs. There's also inherently a fun idea that I like, that if we do something like this, where you can watch people play and see them go through some parts of the maze, I think that would be a lot of fun. Also, building in creative mode again is throwing me for a loop. I'm just not used to it. Oh, I just watched a kid outside completely beef it on some roller skates. Oh, they're not doing great. I feel so bad. Yeah, anyway, like this is the kind of attitude that I'm looking for, is that you walk in, you check in. I think what I'll do is I'll make a dropper that has all of the possible room numbers. And you can come in and you push the dropper to get your room key. And then the room key tells you which room you go into. And the room key, honestly, I'll probably put a what you call it? An item frame for it, so that way you can keep it in your room. Or you could take it with you. I don't know. And again, there's also a part of me that thinks it would be cool to have a like a hopper underneath here that opens up the door for you. Like that the key drops in there. Or I don't know. I have ideas. But I also the rooms don't have to be off limits from other people. So maybe the room key is just to get your assignment, and it's up to you what you want to do with the key from that point. Like, welcome to the hotel, here's your room, sort of thing. I think that'd be cool. And that could legitimately just be a dropper with a barrel attached to it. and that I just put in all of them randomly. And then as people push the button, it will dispense a new room number until eventually all of them are taken. That could be fun. Yeah, so that'll be that, and then this will be the entrance to the actual game. So this will be where you, whatever key or I don't know, there's a part of me that likes the idea. Have any of you, like show of hands, done the or gone to a hotel that is in a major city that has like theme parks? So like Disney, Cedar Point, stuff like that. There's always this area on the ground floor of those hotels that are like travel agent desks where they tell you all of the cool things that you can do and then can get you like special tickets so that way you can get like discounted rates or a shuttle to something. I like that attitude where you come over here and it's like this like something's oddities tour or whatever it is, and that you can go into this place and they have you jump on a shuttle or whatever and they send you through this different thing. So the first floor is just a creepy hotel. Second floor will be like cabin in the woods, creepy zombie sort of thing. The third floor will be like a haunted circus sort of thing. And then the top floor will be an insane asylum. But I'm really, really hoping that eventually the lore that I'm thinking of all clicks so that way this all kind of makes a little bit of sense, because right now it does not. Also the first floor of this is going to be the only one that you can see outside. All the other floors, the windows are going to be blacked out, if not completely covered up, so you can't actually see outside, and it kind of immerses you into the space a little bit. So but yeah, I really like this. Really like this. And currently there's windows into this space. I don't think all the windows on this side actually have a view outside. Yeah, like room 6 is blocked. 8, so just room 6. Great. So how badly is it blocked? Oh yeah, it's just smack dab in the middle of a spot where there is no windows. I don't know. Maybe the windows just aren't real. Maybe I put a painting there as if it was so if I do I love that. That's what we're going to do. So none of these windows are going to be real. That one might, because I still kind of like the idea of what you call it, you being able to see into the first level of the hotel, especially if you're going to be able to hear the sound effects, because I don't see a way around that. Yeah, if I can get that kind of painting in each room. Oh yeah. That's the good stuff right there. Oop, I didn't do that side at all yet. That looks cool too. Yeah, I love this look. I think this looks really, really nice. It's welcoming. It's comfortable. You got room for your gear and then your box. Me happy. Awesome. So that's what we'll do. I just wanted the baseline so that way when I build it in survival, I know what I'm getting myself into. So, yeah, I do love the idea of you being able to see out this window because I think that'd be a lot of fun for people to kind of look into it. Probably block off. Block off that so that way you make the front desk here instead. Something like that. So that way you come up to the desk, you get your stuff, and then you head into your room. Otherwise, you head this way, and that's the start of the game. This makes me so happy. I am very, very excited for the prospects of this thing. Also, I just realized that my mini map is not working, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, that's where it's at. I don't think I'm going to use that specific painting, but that one looks kind of cool. Yeah, this is exciting. Also, I think the rest of my day is getting skewed when it comes to the work I have to do, and I'm bummed. So I have to be at the building no later than 4 o'clock. My plan is to get there closer to 3, but I have to go to the store and get washer fluid, oil, and a filter for my truck and change that today. I wanted to try to get to the grocery store, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to wait until after strike, which is a bit of a bummer, but I don't think strike is going to take as long. So it should be okay. Yeah, again, I had all these ideas already about the first floor not being a part of the actual not being a part of the actual game and that it's more of a tutorial level. But this is so much wasted space if I don't let it be a part of the game. Unless you start the game by going up the elevator the first time. And that maybe the first floor, yes, you got your rooms, but there's the, like the shop, if you will. Like this is where you can use your treasure and stuff that you find and buy. And that maybe the game is behind this wall. But what would I use the rest of the space for? Okay, let's do this real quick. Right now I have a spheroid that has 110 in every direction for these note blocks. So if I go into the center here and do HC, configure, right now it's 110. Let's make that 100. And so I got rid of 10 blocks. Okay, it's no longer in the entrance. So you wouldn't hear any of the sounds until you walked into the hotel itself, which I'm not mad about. Like, if this is where the sound starts, and then, let's try this. Open up that menu again. And make this smaller. So it's only the second floor that can hear it. And some people in their hotel rooms over here, which I don't like. So I think it's got to be that everybody can hear it or nobody can hear it. I think that's what has to happen. Yeah, I think you just, when you enter the hotel, you can just hear it. I think that's just what it is. And the entire first floor can hear the music, the sound effects, everything going on. Yeah, because otherwise I'm gonna have to it's gotta be so boop. Let's see how small this can be. And still effectively cover the second floor. Because this, I don't think anybody, until you actually go into the elevator, they can still hear it. This entire side of the hotel can hear it. I'm really, really curious if it matters. Configure. Because 110 covers the whole thing with a little bit of wiggle room. Like if I'm on the outside corner, which I think this is the equivalent of the one that's okay. This one is the furthest in any corner that I have. So this is actually a really good representation of how far away the sounds can be. So I need to check this corner and make sure, like, this is going to be the test. And I just got to make sure that whatever they're doing in this first level, that they don't go in this corner because sounds will disappear. Yeah, I think the first floor is going to be the what you call it, the smallest one in regards to gameplay, which kind of makes sense. right? That we want the first floor to kind of be an introductionary level and something that they can kind of get used to and comfortable with. So I think instead, you come in here, you go into your hotel room. This will be the little store area where you can buy stuff. This will be the way you get in and out of the system. And that you turn in your scavenger hunt item, the thing that you're trying to go in and find. You turn it in once you leave. And you turn it in, and then you get to buy something with whatever treasure you get from it to make the next run a little bit easier. Or you can buy whatever the winning token things are, and you can submit those as things, and that maybe submissions for that is behind the front desk. Yeah, so I think the entrance is going to be here. And then you have to zigzag around until you get to the elevator. I think that's what it'll be. That makes the most sense because it has everything that I need right there. Now, I did think about the entrance being right here, but then the elevator is right there, and I don't think that's what I want. Because then when you exit the elevator to leave, you just got a straight shot. I want them to have to go through a little bit of a trek to get to the actual exit over here. Again, I also really like the idea of you being able to observe and watch. So I think a lot of these windows are going to stay open, and that this first floor is going to be a bit brighter than everything else that exists in the hotel. For a very specific picture. There you go. The creeper one. Also, is it better if these are mirrored or if they're flipped? So this stairway comes up on that side. So they're kind of alternating. I don't know. Could be fun. Let's try this real quick just because I really want to see what it looks like. You can see the hotel as you're coming up the stairs. I think that's kind of cool. I would say you can, yeah. Maybe that's it. Yeah, because I don't think... Yeah, that's not easy, so I'm hoping that nobody does it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Ad break in 5 minutes, my friend, which will probably be right when I wrap things up. So yeah, I think it would be super cool if people could stand here and watch the run happen. I think that's just super, super fun. Yeah. Also, I'm really curious, and I have to do some digging, if I can make certain music discs or like the audio player mod only work with specific voice channels. I think that could be fun. Yeah, I am very happy with how this is looking. And it'll look even better. Yeah, this can be like... Honestly, Lost and Found could probably go over here. That could be fun. Like I could do a Lost and Found, and I could do a what you call it? A like item pickup or package pickup or something. I don't think I'm going to use this block palette. But it was just a good way for me to kind of separate things and see where things were. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to frame the inside of this hotel a bit. And add some walls. Something like that, just because then it'll frame it out, and yeah, something like that. Anyway, I am excited. Like if I do this real quick, start the game. Oh. I turn that way down so I don't get demonetized. So you head up the different floors and stuff like that, but as of this moment, the card system or the token system should be running. So this should switch over here in a second and dispense a token. There it goes. The token gets picked up and sent to Pulse upstairs. On top of all of that, and I believe it's every minute that a token is released. But on top of that happening, Hazard is also being triggered. So this will get triggered in a few seconds. So this is going to drain down. So I really have to have a what you call it? I have to have a a thing. What you call it? Drawing a blank. I have to have a. Yeah, I'm completely drawing a blank right now. I think I can put a torch here, right? Oh, I think I need to do this. And then I can do torch. But I gotta make sure when this is off, this drains. But for the time being. I don't want it to drain because that system's not built yet. So we'll put those back. But eventually this will cause the system to drain that hopper, or that dropper. But here's the other thing. I think it makes way more sense if I bring a hopper minecart over here instead. That if I have a rail system, yeah, something like that. And that it can run over, pick up everything, and do it really, really fast, go and drop it back to where it needs to be, and then come back. Or I can do something which I don't think makes sense, is do a water divert. Because right now, this goes into here and then that way. That if I am able to block the water and like open up and send it a different direction. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to work on that. But with that, I do think I am going to call it an end to the stream. Switch over to this camera. I am going to go to the auto parts store and grab the stuff that I need. So that way I can do some work. And then I am going to go tear down the set of the amazing show that we are working on right now. And then hopefully go grocery shopping in the afternoon. Thank you all so much for stopping by on this Sunday morning. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Time to conquer, my friends. I'll see you at the next one. Have a great rest of your Sunday and even better start to your week. Bye.